What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. First and foremost, I hope everyone had a great weekend, but we're back on the good old Madden grind as we're here with some more draft rebuilds. And today we have the Carolina Panthers. There's a lot of optimism about the Panthers for the future, and I feel like one of the best prospects they should take in this draft is going to be Ted McMillan to pair with Bryce Young. But let's go ahead and jump in and talk about why into this Ted McMillan Carolina Panthers rebuild in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me about 85% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do fall in the 85%, want to change that as we're on the road to 10,000 subs, would be greatly appreciated. But let's first and foremost start off by talking about what the Panthers did in free agency before we jump into this draft. They basically mainly re-signed their guys. They brought in like Christensen back. They got Austin Corbett back. They brought in Rico Dowdle, which was the main addition on offense. They brought Tommy Trimble back. On the defensive side of the football, they brought in like Rosenboom, I believe. And then Tershawn Wharton was the big addition, of course. They extended J.C. Horn, brought back Michael Jackson. And then let's not forget about Trayvon Moehrig as well. Obviously, there's been a lot of talk about the Panthers drafting a pass rusher round one, which I do understand that 100%. But man, Ted McMillan, I feel like would just be a perfect pairing with Bryce Young and helping him develop further. He obviously had a great stretch towards the end of the season where he really got things going. Dave Canales also used to be the offensive coordinator for the Bucs, had Mike Evans, and Ted McMillan is similarly built to Mike Evans, which I also like that even further. Obviously, Leggett and Jalen Coker are interesting guys. That's going to be fun going forward. Adam Thielen should be here, but I think he retired, unfortunately, so whatever. But Ted McMillan is my pick if I'm the Panthers. But again, I understand the philosophy of drafting a pass rusher instead. We also need a strong safety. So to me, we obviously go round one, Ted McMillan. That's what I'm going to do for today's video anyway. We need a strong safety in this draft as well, and we definitely still need a pass rusher on top of that. So let's go ahead and jump in without further ado. Jump into this draft and see if we can land Ted McMillan at pick 8. Also, part of me does not want to see Ted McMillan to Dallas. I've seen a lot of mocks about that. Man, I would really hate my life if that did happen because, like I said, Ted McMillan's been one of my favorite prospects for quite some time. So we'll see how the draft actually unfolds in real life. So Jalen Walker is kind of the guy that people... Oh, wow, Ted McMillan went 7 to the Jets. I feel like he never goes high, but I guess he did in this scenario. We're going to have to draft somebody else for the Jets, and then we'll get Ted McMillan on this team. But Cam Ward, Shador, Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Will Johnson, and Jalen Walker go. So I'm quite surprised that Mason Graham hasn't gone off the board yet, but I'm going to take him here and send him to the Jets, I guess, for Ted McMillan. Mason Graham will be the pick because I obviously think he would be in play to be drafted in the top 6 or whatever. So Mason Graham, even though he won't stay here, is the pick right now. We'll swap him and McMillan here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get to round 2 where we need to take a strong safety. Or I didn't even realize we didn't. Or we have a late round 2 pick instead. So, oh yeah, the Bears probably have it from obviously the Caleb Williams trade. Or the #1 overall pick trade, rather. Whatever. So, pick fit, yeah, it wasn't the Caleb Williams trade. Well, kind of was and kind of wasn't. But let's go ahead and take a look. What could we get here? So, do we want a pass rusher or do we want to go after a strong safety? So, we do have Kevin Winston here, but I do think pass rusher is probably higher on our list. We have Barrett Carter out of Clemson, which to me looks like probably we're going to go with this. Speed's elite, jumping's elite. He'll be playing opposite of Jadeveon Clowney. Also could cover a little bit too. So, Barrett Carter, welcome to the Panthers, is going to be our brand new pass rushing addition. 56.7 true value. Welcome to the Carolina Panthers. And now for round 3, where hopefully Kevin Winston is still on the board, but I don't know if he'll make it to us there. So he just got taken by the Raiders. That sucks. Okay, so let's see what other options we have at the safety position. So we got Denzel Burks on the board, which I would not be opposed to drafting a corner as well. We definitely could use one. And there may not be a good strong safety to take, unfortunately. So might have to just rock with Nick Scott. Or we could take Ransom maybe in round 4. So I'm going to go ahead and take Denzel Burke here, I think, in round 3 to get ourselves another corner. I didn't really talk about needing another corner, but J.C. Horn and then Michael Jackson and Denzel Burke would give us a really nice corner room. So I'm going to take that, 61 true value. And then usually I don't draft in round 4, but I'm going to see if that strong safety falls to us because we definitely need one in the worst way possible. We have 2 round 4s, so probably just going to deal with one of them. So let's see. We get, so we have Cameron still on the board, Jackson Dart still on the board, and then we got Hunter Waller, which I guess isn't a bad idea either, but we did have Ransom still on the board, so let's see what he's looking like. D man cover C zone, speed is good. So I do think we're going to go ahead and take Ransom here. He's just going to be depth. Obviously, this is round 4, so we're not expecting like a great starter, but he's in dev with a 90 speed, so he actually could be maybe decent for us. So that's going to be our draft and wrap it up. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup going into year number 1. That was a bigger pain than I thought it would be as far as getting Ted McMillan on the team, but we finally did it. It took a little bit of obstacles to get through it, but we have made it happen. So unfortunately, his dev trade is now showing immediately because, like I said, it was kind of a pain to get him on this team to begin with. I even tried the punter thing and it still wasn't working, but we finally got him on the team. A little bit of a pain, but Bryce Young, Chuba Hubbard, Leggett, yeah, Jalen Coker, Ted McMillan, Quanu, Lewis, Corbett, Robert Hunt, Taylor Moden. You have Sanders and Tommy Tremble. On the defense side of the football, you got Barrett Carter, who we're going to go ahead and start opposite of Clowney right away. Ransom is going to start immediately. We have Michael Jackson, Derek Brown, Deshaun Warren, Ashawn Robinson, Denzel Burke, and JC Horn. So very optimistic about this being a decent team. Also, right out of the gate, we are changing this playbook to the Bengals playbook. I want to form that Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow connection immediately. Same thing with Bryce Young and Ted McMillan, basically. I want these guys to connect right away, and I'm hoping McMillan just has a fantastic rookie season, but we'll see what happens. So Coker is our slot wide receiver. Denzel Burke is our slot corner, so we shall see how it goes. But I will see you guys at the end of year 1. No expectations on this team, but I would love to see Bryce Young continue a upward trajectory of continuing to be a really good starter in this. So at the end of year number 1, we finished up at 7-10, which isn't absolutely dreadful, but I would have loved to have seen maybe a sneaky playoff appearance. Just did not happen. We'll have to take a look to see how our offense and defense ranked, of course, on both sides of the football, but unfortunately just wasn't a great season for us. Not yet, anyway. There's still more we can do, so I'm not too concerned. There's a lot of talent here already, but if we continue adding and adding, this team is eventually going to be where we want them to be. So we had the Ravens and the Cowboys in Super Bowl. Let's take a look at the player stats. So offensively, we're 10th in NFL, which is what I wanted to see. So top 10 offense, which is great. Expect out of the Bengals playbook. Defensively, we weren't so good, though. So we had 33 and 10 from Bryce Young, which is awesome. We had 10 touchdowns and 900 yards from Chuba Hubbard. And then you had Jalen Coker, Leggett, and McMillan all involved really nicely. So 4 touchdowns. Jalen Coker with 9, 5 from Leggett, and then you had 5 touchdowns from Sanders and 6 from Chuba Hubbard. So not bad. We might eventually even play Ted McMillan in like kind of that slot role. That way he would get all the work because slot wide receivers in the Madden playbooks just do extremely well. Barrett Carter's rookie season and 5 sacks, not too bad. And he had 4 receptions from Horn, 3 from Rosenboom, 2 from Morig, 1 from Barrett Carter, 1 from Michael Jackson, and 1 from Burke, and 1 from Nick Scott. So obviously still a lot of work to be done, but not a bad season 1 by any means. $110 million to work with. So let's go see who is all sitting here for us as far as guys we need to re-sign. Do we have JC Horn, who obviously just got the brand new extension. I believe it was 4-year, $100 million. So we're going to give him that right now. I'm assuming he will sign this if we can push this money up. I know I don't have to push this up, but this is what he got in real life. So I'm just kind of trying to reflect that here. So getting there. Boom. Okay, so he should accept that. No worries. Okay, so that's done. Bryce Young's 5th-year option will be accepted. Just had a really good season for us. Taylor Moden, I'd like to keep, but I do notice he hits free agency a lot. So I'm assuming he won't re-sign if I had to guess. Yeah, he's not going to re-sign. Okay, so we got Jalen Coker, who just obviously had a good season for us. So I would like to keep him around as well. He does stick around. Nice. And then we got DJ Wanham, which he's only 20 years old. Christian Boom. And then obviously Jadeveon Clowney has regressed enough. So we still need to bring in another pass rusher. I think I might bring back DJ Wanham. So let's see if we can just get him back for depth. I don't even know what kind of archetype DJ Wanham is, but I think he's middle. I think he's more of a coverage linebacker. Don't quote me on it, though. Pretty sure that's his MO, but he could maybe move to middle linebacker if needed. All right, so that's going to be $70 million walking away, or we're going to be walking with about $70 million in cap space to work with. So let's take a look at the lineup after everything's all said and done to see if anybody's depth traits have gone up. So, Robert Hunt actually went up, or sorry, Damian Lewis, I should say, actually went up to 82 superstar dev. That's nice. So we got Hubbard, Rico Dowdle, Leggett, McMillan, Coker. So that all looks good to me. Our tight ends were fine, but obviously I wouldn't mind bringing in another tight end. And then definitely need a right tackle now because Lewis is playing right tackle at this moment. I just saw that Robert Hunt wasn't listed at right, or no, he is. Or never mind, he is listed at right guard. So I guess I just read that depth chart wrong, or said he was right tackle, but that's probably just because no one's there. So we need a right tackle. Defensively, Barrett Carter and then DJ Wanham, as I'm assuming. Or no, I was totally wrong. So he is more of a power rusher. So my bad. Not a pass coverage guy. I thought for some reason he was. But that's still depth nonetheless. Don't really want him to be a starter there. And then we definitely need a left in as well. But secondary, other than maybe we could move on from Ransom. I think Morig wasn't superstar dev, I'm pretty sure. So that's awesome too. But yeah, a lot of things we could still attack. So let's go see what's available to us in free agency to maybe go after. We've made 4 offers, but I'm not really sure how many of these guys we're actually going to get. So we're going after Zach Tom, who would obviously be great to replace Taylor Moden. Dallas Goedert, who has a big offer from the Giants, so it doesn't look like we're going to land him. Odafe, because he's the best pass rusher available. And then Dane Belton as depth or a starter next year. So I'm hoping to get at least Zach Tom and Odafe at least, but we'll see if that ends up happening. So Odafe is still considering his offers. We obviously don't get Zach Tom either, so that's actually really unfortunate because he was by far my favorite target to replace that right tackle spot. But Taylor Moden is still sitting here. I guess we could maybe just draft one now. That's probably what we'll end up doing. So let's take a look at, I guess, literally Odafe, who's still considering offers, and Dane Belton. Might strike out here, so let's see if we get them. And wow, we got literally nobody. That's the first time I think I've struck out on every free agent offer I've made. Damn, that's actually insane. So that sucks. Well, let's go see if anything else is available to us because I didn't obviously get anybody. So we have Chuck Clark, Mike Epps, Isaiah Simmons. We got Jalen Petrie. We did it. I think he just, or no, that might have been somebody else I'm thinking of. I swear he just signed an extension. I could be thinking of somebody else. Okay, so I don't like anything here at this point. So we'll move on from that. Wide receiver, I feel like we're fine at. I mean, there's Christian Watson, but I'm feeling okay at wide receiver. We have Jonnu Smith, but I might just rock with what we have there. And then left tackle, we definitely needed a new tackle. Tyron Smith is sitting here, but didn't he retire in real life, if I'm not mistaken? McGovern, Ryan, and then we have Taylor Moden. I think we just got to go for Taylor Moden again. I mean, I really don't see any other offers here that we could go after. So Taylor Moden might consider us. We'll see. I did need another one, obviously a really good player here as well. So we have Tart, Roach, Collins, and then we have Grady Jarrett, who could serve as a stopgap guy here, who obviously once upon a time played in Atlanta. So I'm going to go after Grady Jarrett just for depth. And then pass rusher, middle linebacker of Caden Ellis, 31 years old. Might have to go after him. And then, yeah, or we could get Dorian Williams, who could move inside as well. So I'm going to go Dorian Williams here. Dorian Williams will move inside. So we'll get him on the team. So nothing crazy. We're only going to get 2 or 3 additions here if they all sign with us. And none of them are like anything to write home about. So we do get Grady Jarrett, Dorian Williams. Taylor Moden still considering things. And we actually have to wait till next week to see if he signs with us. All right, so let's send to next week. See if we get our right tackle back. If not, then we might have to draft one, obviously. So Taylor Moden, do you accept over this next week simulation period? Or we have to wait till maybe even further? Whoops, I didn't mean to click scout college players. Not yet. Let's go see if Taylor Moden will pick our offer, or do we have to submit again? So let's see. Still considering it, and he does pick us. So Taylor Moden's back. All right. That will take us to the draft. We have the 12th overall pick in this draft, so let's go see what we have at 12 when we're there. So Nico goes to the Raiders, who is no longer going to be at Tennessee, by the way, which is definitely an interesting thing to happen over the weekend. I think it happened over the weekend anyway. So we have Francis, we have, Mateo. This one's interesting. And Traore, DJ Chesser, Kendrick Law. There definitely some good offers on the board right now, or good players, not offers. Okay, so Mateo is not somebody I've ever taken before. But let's see, what he is 270, 6'5". Yeah, I think, either way, he becomes a really good play for us because either he plays right in or we move him to pass rusher, outside linebacker. So I'm going to go ahead and take Mateo here at pick 12. This will be a nice little addition for us. So 15 true value, drafting to 12. I don't think I've ever drafted him in a rebuild either. So welcome to the Panthers. Very happy to have you. So now let's go to round 2. So we definitely need another middle linebacker as well, or a linebacker, or just a linebacker in general, I guess I should say. And then tight end still becomes, remains a priority. DJ Hicks though, and then you have Samuel. So what we could do is we could keep, obviously, we could move who we just drafted potentially to linebacker and take DJ Hicks here to continue to build this D-line. We do have Jelani McDonald here though out of Texas as well, which we do need to upgrade there. So a lot of different ways we could go about this, but I do think I'm actually going to go ahead and take strong safety here because I don't really like we have a strong safety right now. So Jelani McDonald, welcome to the Panthers. Very happy to have you. That's going to be another good pick for us. So I feel like we've done a great job so far drafting. And now let's go to round 3, where the only thing I was really looking for on offense was a tight end. But our tight ends were fine last year, that it's not necessarily... So I see Royer, so we might take him if we don't see anything else we like. So we have Sonny Styles, who is a run stopper linebacker. We have Jalen Sneed. We have Jamari Butler out of LSU. So we also have Weeks down here too. So we could go with one of these guys. I think I might go Jamari Butler though. A block shedding coverage obviously is not necessary. Or I mean, it would be great to have, but it's not necessary. So we're going to go ahead and take Jamari Butler here. Welcome to Carolina. 150 true value, drafted to 76. So that will be our draft. And I'm very excited about going to year 2 with some of the new additions from the draft. So let's see what the lineup's looking like for year number 2. So here's the lineup going into year number 2. So offense basically remains the same. We didn't really do anything to change the offense, but it was good last year, which is why we really didn't address it too much. So I'm feeling good about the odds of this being a good offense. Again, we did add I don't know if he's a right tackle or right guard or a center, but he's depth nonetheless. Defensively, we have Tershawn Ward, Mateo, Jamari Butler. We have John McDonald, who's immediately really good. Denzel Burke. We also have Porter as well. JC Horn, Michael Jackson. So a lot to like here. So we're going to go ahead and see if this team can be better than last year. Middle linebackers still could be better, but I'm hoping this defense works out a little bit better than last year. So we're going to simulate to the playoffs again, and hopefully, fingers crossed, in year 2, we make the postseason. See, though. So at the end of year number 2, we do make the playoffs at 10-7. So things are turning in the right direction for us, as Leggett was, oh my gosh, Leggett was awesome for us. So that is really sweet to see. Obviously, I wanted it to be McMillan, but if it's Leggett, that doesn't hurt either. And honestly, after that, he should probably hit superstar dev, if I had to guess. Offensively, 11th in the NFL. Bryce Young led the league in passing touchdowns. Shout out to Bryce Young for that. Defensively, we still suck, though. So we had 43 and 14 from Bryce Young. Chuba Hubbard, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. We had Leggett with 20 touchdowns and 1,500 yards. McMillan with 1,007. So Leggett ended up being kind of what I wanted McMillan to be this year. But I can't complain. If Leggett can do that too, that's awesome. Jalen Coker, Sanders were pretty good with 8 touchdowns and 6 as well. So Barrett Carter does come out here with 11 sacks this year, 8.5 from Derek Brown, 8 from Mateo right away, 2 from Warden, 1.5 from Jewell, 1 from Dorian Williams, half a sack, half a sack, half a sack, half a sack, and then interceptions, 4 from JC Horn, 3 from McDonald, 3 from Denzel Burke, 2 from Dorian Williams, 1 from Mike Jackson, and 1 from our other safeties as well. So with our defense being that bad, I'm not really sure how this is going to go, but we get to go to Detroit in round 1, so Battle of the Cats. So let's go ahead and see how this works out. This will be Bryce Young's first postseason appearance, so I'm very interested to see how he handles it, as we will go down 3-0 to start things off, but our offense will come out 7-3. So our offense is going to have to be the catalyst here, because our defense is going to give up a lot of points in this playoffs, if I had to guess. We're going in with a 14-10 lead. Just for the hell of it, I'm going to go see if I can't score like a quick touchdown. Why not? Might as well try, right? So we could have ourselves a big lead going into half. Why not? So let's give it a shot. I'm going to throw our boy Leggett on a go route to see if the Lions screw up here and maybe, oh my gosh, they might have done it. We might have just stole another touchdown here, and we will. Wow, that's actually insane. So Leggett's going to score for us, and we will go up 21-10 at half. But like I said, we need to score points if we're going to win games here, because our defense is probably going to give up a ton of points if I had to guess. So that's going to be a great momentum shift going into half, even though we had the momentum to begin with. And we get the ball after half going up 24-10. Defense does get us a stop, and we're up 31-10. So we come into Detroit, and Detroit obviously is a team that has Super Bowl expectations, and we take them out 31-10. So what a start to this playoffs as we're going to divisional weekend. Bryce Young balls out in his first postseason appearance. 3 touchdowns, 316 yards. Jared Goff was held to only 100. I assume if Jared Goff had another stinker in the playoffs, that might mean they move on from him potentially, but I don't know. We'll see you, though, in the divisional weekend. That was exciting stuff. The competition will get a lot tougher here as we draw the Philadelphia Eagles, and obviously the Eagles remain the best team in the NFC, so let's see how we stack up against them. This will be a nice litmus test or whatever, however you say the word, but we do get a stop to start things off, and offensively, we are going to go up 3-0. The Eagles will draw a touchdown, and we will draw a field goal and an interception right back. Oh, we don't do anything off the interception, though. That was the chance, I think, to take this game, but we're up 14-7. We do the 2-point conversion. The Eagles have yet to score 14 in this game, which I'm surprised by. We have the ball with 4 minutes left, and we'll go up 21-7. And we have 27 seconds remain. So as long as the Eagles don't get the ball back, we win the game, and we do. So just like that, we win divisional weekend, and we're on to the NFC Championship this early on. So with our defense being as bad as it was, it's actually doing okay. They held the Lions to 10 and the Eagles to 14. I can't complain about that. So we're on the NFC Championship, another really good playoff game for Bryce Young. Obviously, I'm running the Bengals playbook, so that is to be expected, but I don't care. I'm very happy to see Bryce Young playing well right now. What a matchup this is about to be. Obviously, these two franchises are a little connected as of late because they made the swap with each other. I know it didn't show you guys who we're facing, but it is the Chicago Bears. Obviously, these two teams made the #1 overall pick trade, DJ Morrison to Chicago, which netted the Bears Caleb Williams. We took Bryce Young with that pick we got from the Bears, so there's a lot of stories here. So let's see how this is going to go. We just beat the Lions and we just beat the Eagles. So you would think we'd be able to beat the Bears too, but you never know. So we will go down 7-0, start things off. But we will oh, I thought we were about to quickly tie it. But we get the ball here, and so far the Bears have our number. So can we score in this possession? We do, 7-7. Get a stop on defense. Our defense is playing well again. I thought our defense was going to really let us down this offseason or playoffs. But it's now 10-7 with 1:45. All you got to do is keep the ball, and we have a chance to find ourselves in the Super Bowl, rather. In the Super Bowl, which would be incredible if we can make it in just year 2 with Bryce Young. I mean, let's see if we can't give the ball to Chuba Hubbard a few times, and that's going to be a nice start with a 4-yard gain. Hasn't run the ball too well today, but none of that matters as long as we can net ourselves a first down to put this game away. So I'm going to stretch this. We're going to go to the edge. We're going to gain some yards. Oh, that's a first down. I thought we were about to be pushed out of bounds, and that should be all she wrote there. So we might be finding ourselves in the Super Bowl now, which is just incredible. I was not anticipating a Super Bowl in year 2, but here we are. Who would have thought, right? So let's get another run play in, and that should be it, because that's going to give us 2nd and 2. We need basically 1 first down. It really don't even need the first down, but I'm going to go grab it anyway. So 1 more first down absolutely ends this game. They used their last timeout. There's the first down run, and we're going to go ahead and truck somebody, and Chuba Hubbard is going to take us to the promised land off his running ability, and now we can just kneel this bad boy out. So that is an incredible playoff run we've had so far, but will it end in the Super Bowl is the question. We obviously don't have to deal with the Eagles. We took them out earlier. That's usually the team I have to deal with in the Super Bowl, but we're in the NFC, so obviously we're not going to see them in the Super Bowl. So let's go ahead, kneel this last time, and I will see y'all in the Super Bowl, which I was not anticipating a year 2 Super Bowl, but I am very happy about it. So here we are in the Super Bowl, as we do have a tough test ahead of us. Obviously, this team made it out of the AFC, so that's to be expected, but it is against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who I don't even obviously know who they're starting at quarterback, but it's going to be, Justin Fields is still starting for them. Obviously, Justin Fields is on the Jets now, and, Pittsburgh might get Aaron Rodgers. If that happens, that's still not happened officially, but we have the ball to start things off, so let's see if we can start on a fast, 3-0. At least get some points. They respond as well with a field goal, and they will go up 6-3. Okay, so there's 1:27 left in the second, and we don't do anything with it. Okay, we're in trouble. 13-3. We will score 13-6. Get a nice interception from Burke, and we will score off of it, but we miss. Why did we go for 2? That doesn't make any sense. Why didn't we just kick or unless it was blocked? There's 1:57 left, and we have to tie the game. So let's see if we can make that happen, because we've gotten to the Super Bowl at this point. So obviously I don't really want to got to this point and it'd be all for nothing, but it might be if we don't have a good drive here. So we're going to start with Ted McMillan, and that's just going to get us 4 yards, but hey, it's a gain nonetheless, so we'll take it. All right, let's go to level corner. Sanders. I'm going to throw Leggett on a go route as well, just to see if they allow Leggett to get, oh my gosh. That's going to be, okay, Leggett is going to make it happen, and that was exactly placed where I wanted to be. A little bit of a scary throw there, but it was right on where I wanted to be. They may not cover him again, which is, no, I'm going to go ooh, I didn't get that ball off. That was a nice pressure from Pittsburgh there. All right, so we obviously have to go for 2 as well on top of scoring here. So let's see if we can't get this to go to overtime or maybe even get the ball back. But we have Sanders with a nice gain there, so we're on the 16 now. All right, so we're gonna go level corner again, and we're gonna see if they allow. I'm gonna go to our running back, Juba Hubbard, and he is going to get upfield to get us inside the 10. We're not even gonna use a timeout because I want to not allow the Pittsburgh Steelers to have any time here. To obviously, they're gonna allow our. Oh, okay. I thought if Hubbard didn't get rubbed right there, I think he would have went in, but unfortunately got kind of stuck on the guy that was rushing. Okay, we need a touchdown here. Let's see if it's going to happen. We have Sanders. Just going to be a first down, not a touchdown. So we'll call our last timeout, or second timeout, I should say. So we do have the ability to run this ball if we want, which is nice because obviously that would be... So I'm going to run the ball once here at least and give Chuba Hubbard a chance to get us in. It looks like this has an opportunity to get in here, and we will. Okay, so all we got to do is go for 2. So if we go for 2 and succeed, we are going to tie it. So let's see if we can have a successful 2-point conversion. This is going to be scary, but this is what we're here for. So let's go standard pass. I'm looking for obviously my favorite play, but I'm immediately not seeing it so far. Quick pass, slants. We don't even... Okay, so there's this stick, but I prefer the other one, but whatever. We'll go with this one. So Sanders or McMillan. Oh, I got to get the playoff. Sanders is there. No, he's not. Oh my God. Wow, that sucks. We got to onside it. Don't think we'll get this ball back, obviously. I know there's a trick to onside kicking it, but I do not know it at all. Nice. Oh my. I have never in my life converted a 2-point conversion. That did not just happen, right? Oh my gosh, we cannot waste this opportunity away. They have them. That is going to be field goal range. We'll call our last timeout. We're just going to kick the field goal. Oh my gosh, I thought we were dead in the water. No freaking way. Did I just really convert an onside kick? I've never in my life done that. Never. I don't think I've ever done that in Madden at all. Holy moly. Imagine I just fumbled a timeout. 2 seconds left. Timeout. Wow. I have no idea where a kicker is, but he better be ready because this is a field goal of a lifetime. It's going to be Will Lutz. Okay, he's a veteran kicker. I believe in him. Will Lutz to win us the Super Bowl after we just actually recovered an onside kick. That's actually insane. All right, so as long as this is on target, which it is, we should be winning the Super Bowl. Oh my goodness, dude. What a way to win the freaking Super Bowl. We miss a 2-point, recover the onside kick, and Jatavion Sanders is able to get down. And the fact that we had that last timeout was so clutch. If we didn't have that, I don't know if we would be able to win this game. But that is so insane. I almost wanted to go to year 3, but that was such a fantastic ending that I'm just going to end it there, man, because I don't really think whatever we do in year 3 is going to really be better, because that honestly was insane. Wow. That's crazy. I did not anticipate that happening, but I'm gonna end it there, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. This was a fun rebuild to start the week. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.